Hello, educators. Shilpa Jain, your master trainer. Welcome all of you to day two, session one of your training program. Yes, we are on day two, session one of our training program. Before we go ahead and start the session, I want all of you to use your chat box and do let me know how are you feeling today. Is everything fine? Like I'm doing great. So I want to know about your well-being, teachers. So please use the chat box. You are great. You're excited. Okay. Doing fine. Okay. Everything is fine. Good to know that. Fine. Great. Doing good. So, on this note, since everyone is doing good, now listen to my question. How many participants are here? Only 48. They'll be again joining late, but no worries. Listen to my question. Thami, your hand is raised. Can you please lower down your hand? If there are any queries, I'll definitely take them up, but not right now. It's a fresh start of the day, so let us just concentrate on the agenda. Then I'll be taking up the queries after a few minutes. Okay. So, anybody who has explored their dashboard and you can tell me what is the agenda for today's session? What are we going to cover? What is the objective of today's session? Raise your hand and do let me know. If anybody has explored the dashboard, Chandni. Yes, Chandni.
Uh, Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Chandni, you are audible.
I think in the first session we are going to explore junior demo, and in the second session we are going to explore building relation. No, sorry, senior demo,
Hanji.
and then second session will be building relationships.
Very good. So, what we are going to see today, we are going to see how a senior demo is conducted. If you have if you choose a student who's in the senior category, how are you going to conduct a successful demo for that particular student? We are going to learn that. Thank you. Please lower down your hands. I'm going to start the session without wasting even a single minute because today we have many things to be covered. 1 minute. Slideshow. Let me put it on slideshow mode, teachers. Okay, Charlie, since you're on top of my list, can you give me a thumbs up if the screen is visible? Welcome to Planet Spark. Thank you, Charlie. So, yes, teachers, I once again welcome all of you to Planet Spark. You know the rules. Videos must be on. Ensure you're properly visible on the screen and please be presentable. I can see that most of the cameras are still off. Teachers, I'll give you quick 1 minute. Please settle down. Please turn on your cameras because after 5 minutes, I'm going to hide all the non-camera participants. And what do I mean by that? You will be there in the meeting. You will be able to listen to whatever I am saying, but you will not be able to participate. You will not be able to raise your hands. You will not be able to interact. So it's a humble request. Anybody who wants to participate, please make sure that your cameras are on. Moving forward, video time. Yesterday we saw a video. Today also there's a video. It's a 7 minute long video, approximately 7 minutes. But let me tell you, teachers, don't just consider it like any other random video. This is by far one of the best videos that I have seen. This video has really transformed my life as an educator. I will not be wrong if I just use a very strong line that this is a must watch video for all the educators. So please observe this video really carefully. Write down the pointers and then we know once the video is over, we are going to share our input. So here I go, Chandni again. I'll be needing a thumbs up if it is audible. Okay.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like.
I observed something. When the video was going on, Chandni was like, yay, I got a point. Kids don't learn from people they don't like. Very, very important point. Good job, Chandni.
She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students. They put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise. You just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad. For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess to review, go on home visits in the afternoon, buy combs and brushes and peanut butter and crackers to put in her desk drawer for kids that needed to eat, and a washcloth and some soap for the kids who didn't smell so good. See, it's hard to teach kids who stink. And kids can be cruel. And so she kept those things in her desk, and years later, after she retired, I watched some of those same kids come through and say to her, you know, Miss Walker, you made a difference in my life. You made it work for me. You made me feel like I was somebody when I knew at the bottom I wasn't. And I want you to just see what I've become. And when my mama died 2 years ago at 92, there were so many former students at her funeral. It brought tears to my eyes, not because she was gone, but because she left a legacy of relationships that could never disappear. Can we stand to have more relationships? Absolutely. Will you like all your children? Of course not. And you know your toughest kids are never absent. Never. You won't like them all, and the tough ones show up for a reason. It's the connection, it's the relationships. And while you won't like them all, the key is they can never, ever know it. So teachers become great actors and great actresses, and we come to work when we don't feel like it, and we listen to policy that doesn't make sense, and we teach anyway. We teach anyway because that's what we do. Teaching and learning should bring joy. How powerful would our world be if we had kids who were not afraid to take risks, who were not afraid to think, and who had a champion? Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. Is this job tough? You betcha. Oh God, you betcha. But it is not impossible. We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make a difference. Thank you so much.
That was a lovely, inspiring, motivational video by Rita Pearson. So now, guys, do you agree? You know, before playing the video, I said that it is a must watch for everyone. Why only educators? As a parent also, it is a must watch for everyone. If you're dealing with kids, this is a sure shot watch for everyone. Now you know the rules. Raise your hands, share your inputs. What stood out from the video? What was the highlight of the video for you? What impressed you? Yes, and you also know the rules. Keep it short and simple. If your points are covered by your fellow mates, don't repeat the same point. Come up with something new every time. So, Uma, I'll start with you. Yes, Uma, go ahead. Uma, you're not audible. Though you're on unmute, you're not audible. I'll come back to you. Dilshad, please go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dilshad, you're audible.
Ma'am, I can personally resonate with Rita, ma'am, because my grandmother was also a teacher. My mother was also a teacher, and I am also an educator. And she also left a legacy at the age of 94.
Whoa, so you are very, very relatable video for you, 3 generation into the education field, and she
Yes.
has also left a legacy behind.
And I have seen the legacy through this video that when a teacher is supposed to pick up a student from the rock bottom, when even he did not himself think that he would get up, because getting up is the biggest step for any student. If the student does not get up once he has fallen down, he will stay fallen down. And it is the role of the educator to make him stand up and make him walk. So the legacy of the teacher is that you make the kid stand up and believe in himself or herself, that they walk again and they can walk again.
Lovely, well articulated by Dilshad. Loved it, I could feel each and every word that you were saying. Maybe it is the conviction because you have 3 generations in the education industry. But yes, very rightly said. See, resilience. We all have heard this word resilience a number of times. What is resilience? The ability to face failures and then giving your 100% again. Sometimes the kids, they are demotivated. So as an educator, it is your duty, it is your responsibility to give that confidence, to give that motivation to your learners. Thank you, Dilshad. Now I'll go to Uma. Uma, are you ready to share your views?
I'm audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are. Sorry, Uma, though you're audible, but there's a lot of background noise, so you'll have to mute yourself, please. Sadaf, yes.
Ma'am, I have learned from this video that we should appreciate small efforts, small attempts of kids.
Like
We
she
should
gave a very good
appreciate them.
example. Sorry to cut you short, Sadaf, but she gave a very good example. Can you tell that example to all the fellow mates?
Yes. Suppose if we asked any student a question and he answered it not very well, but he answered it well, but there was some grammatical mistake. So
Hmm.
we can appreciate his or her efforts, and we can continue by simplifying grammatical mistakes for him. or her.
Lovely. So Siddharth mentioned that positive reinforcement plays a very
Appreciation.
pivotal role in boosting up the confidence of the learners. Rita gave an example. A test was conducted. One of the children, he received only +2. But Rita, she gave a +2 and a smiley
Smiley.
face. But she didn't even stop there because she knows that +2 is not something very ideal that she was looking for. She told the kid, if we work on this together, we are going to make it better. So appreciate the strength of your learners. Yesterday also we discussed it's very easy to find flaws in someone. But when you have to find the strengths, that becomes a challenging task. And here at Planet Spark, as educators, you are going to do the same thing. You are going to appreciate the kids for their strengths and then work on their areas of improvement. Thank you, Sadaf. Sumit.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
What the Rita ma'am elaborated was the relationship between the educator and the learner. The best thing a teacher or an educator can impart to its student is the relationship. Apart from the imparting the knowledge or the skills, the relationship they maintain, the trust, the care, what the teachers give to their student, that remains for lifelong. And that is the crux of that video, ma'am.
I was about to use the same line that the entire crux of the video was about building relationship with your kids. Thank you so much, Sumit. Yesterday also we discussed the role of a mentor. And while reading, I asked the educator to stress on the word trust and care. Because as an educator, as a mentor, the first thing that you're going to do is build that relationship with your kids. Make them feel safe with you. Give them the feeling that I can express anything. When I'm with you, I can be myself. Thank you, Sumit, for bringing up this point. Now we have Melona Jessica. Melona. Am I correct?
Yeah, you can call me Jessica, ma'am. That's okay.
Jessica. Okay, Jessica, please go ahead.
Yeah. The one thing that stood out to me was when she said you don't have to like all of your kids, but they don't need to know about it. And oftentimes, as teachers, we get very frustrated by the way, the lack of patience. But our job as educators is to influence them rather than, force them to do something.
Rightly mentioned by Jessica, and Rita also used a line. You have to be great actors and actresses. She said it in this context only, that there are chances that you may not like each and every of your kid, but they should never know it. When they come to your class, you should be like, oh, Shilpa ma'am was waiting the entire week to meet you. You're the best student. I really like you. I enjoy your sessions. That is how you have to portray in front of them. Only then they'll start believing in themselves. Rightly said by you, Jessica. So now I'll go to Ashish.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Mhm.
Ma'am, just I listened that teachers are born to make a difference. And second thing is that she said that learning is understanding.
Very important point, Ashish. Yes. Would you
We
like to
can
elaborate? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, it is like, ma'am, we can learn things or we can just put it in mind and we learn. But understanding is more than learning.
Very good. And if you want your kids to understand you, the
We
first thing that you need to do is you have to understand them. Try putting yourself into the shoes of the young learners. Like I have seen this frustration on many teachers' face while conducting the class. अरे इतनी simple चीज समझ में नहीं आ रही है. Like they don't say it, but I can see that frustration. Try putting yourself. Today you find it very easy to write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. But go back to the days when you just started writing. Was it easy for you to write A, B, C, D? Not at all. It was a super difficult task. So same thing. Every kid has their own pace of learning. You need to first understand them. Only then they are going to understand you. Thank you, Ashish. Now I'll go to Vedang.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Vedang.
Ma'am, to be very honest, as I was just a bit of late to attend the class, but so far so good. What I've observed from that video, a lot of things she has said, but to be very honest, the most precise and the most relatable was the one when she said that in the class there are students with whom it's very difficult, it's very hard to build relationship with. But those are the students who literally teach you how to build a relationship very deeply. Because I've understood that as I've already told, like actually I'm a French professor, I teach French in schools.
Okay.
So like for me, I have came across students who are literally so notorious that it's very hard, like it's so close that I can literally start beating them, but I don't dare that. However, to just understand to the point that where are they coming from and why are they causing those things, to basically come to the ground level to empathize, to be so emotionally available to them, only to them, for the sake of understanding, but not for the sake to just let them take us for granted, but to make them understand that we are at a position and they stand at a position, but they have to respect the relationship, right? So to actually make them realize where they are standing, to make things so transparent, I guess that requires a lot of effort for a teacher by themselves. And I guess that is something that literally teaches you how to build relationship, and not just to build relationship, how to maintain, how to sustain it from a long time, so that the next time they'll, even if they see for the last time or the first time, they'll have that level of audacity and respect in their heart for ourselves. Like, yeah, that's
Lovely.
my take.
Not only maintaining the relationship, but sustaining is also something very important.
Indeed.
Like when you all are talking about, difficult kids to handle, I don't know whether you'll believe it or not, but when I was young, I was the most studious one also in my class. And on the other hand, I was the most naughtiest kid of my class. The most naughtiest. Like the kids, teachers were literally like, Shilpa, 2 minute to shant ho jaya kar. Like I was that kind of child. But I remember one of my teachers, she made me the class monitor. I was very naughty. I was the one who used to create the entire chaos in the class every time. She understood this and she made me the class monitor. And nowadays, I don't know what you call it, captain monitor, but in our
Yeah,
days, we used to call it
exactly.
monitor only. And then, since I had that responsibility on my shoulders, मैं किसी को एक आवाज नहीं निकालने देती थी पूरे क्लास में. So, with different kids, you have different strategies and you need to understand them and leverage their strengths. The main thing is every child has a strength, correct? And you need to leverage those strengths. Very good. I'll take two more inputs, one from Farzam and okay, Uma is like, okay, now my mic is functioning. So Farzam and Uma, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ma'am, we have to make the child believe in his or her potential. I have an example, not related from this video, but I had come across it like Albert Einstein. According to the school institution, he was not capable of studying in the school because he was an abnormal child. And the institution wrote a letter to the mother that your child is not capable of studying, so you please take him out of here. So when he went home and asked his mother, she was very shattered. So when he came and asked his mother, okay, what is in the letter? She said they have written that your child is a brilliant child and he needs special attention. So I'm going to teach you at home. And then one day when he turned out to be a great scientist, he went back and opened that letter and he saw and he was shocked that it was written he was a child not capable of studying, an abnormal child. But his mother made him believe in himself. So this is what we are supposed to do as teachers and parents.
This is one of the best motivational stories. This is my son's favorite story, and वो हमेशा ये बोलता है, Mama, अगर Einstein, I am sorry, but I have to speak this in Hindi. If you don't understand, I'll translate in English. But मेरे son के emotions नहीं आ पाएंगे. So I want to speak this particular sentence in Hindi. Whenever he reads this story, he's always like, Mama, अगर Einstein उस दिन वो चिट्ठी पढ़ लेता, तो वो कुछ कर ही नहीं पाता ना अपनी जिंदगी में. And I was like, yes, बच्चा. And that is what his mother understood. And rather than saying that you're good for nothing, she said that you're too special. The school is not good enough for you, so I'm going to give you the homeschooling there. Great, great, great motivational story, Farzam, though it is not related to the story, but yes, it is related to the topic that we are going to cover, that we are covering right now. How to instill that confidence, how to never give up on your learners. Very important. Okay, Uma, the last input from you. Thank you, Farzam, for a
Okay.
beautiful story. Yes.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, now you are, Uma.
Yeah, ma'am. Revolution is very important in our education, ma'am, nowadays.
Mhm.
So as it was in a video also starting, where according to the situation for the children, now the revolution is very important. How they feel, compatibility of the students, we have to change for better learning experience for the students.
Okay, so we have to
Which
be
I think.
updated, keeping in, mind the latest demands, the latest needs, the latest expectations. So we have to revolutionize everything. Thank you so much. And that is what Planet Spark is exactly doing. We are not focusing on any academics, on any subject, but we are taking care of the 21st century skills because this is the need of the hour. Thank you. Okay, since we have only one participant, Amal, I'll take your input also. Amal, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible to you now?
Your voice is very low, but yes, I can hear you.
In the video, what I've observed by watching is that it was spoken like teaching and learning should bring joy. So teaching and learning should bring joy. It means our content should be point to point. It should be attractive, engaging one, meaningful. Because you are known by teachers, and your connections comes with what you're teaching, what you're serving to them. It means your thing should be like if you're eating food, if it is delicious, the people will come to you again and again. Mama, please, that delicious was awesome. Please
We need to
prepare
go
it
to
again.
that same place again. Yeah,
Really? So our content should be, so what I want to say is that what I've observed is that if you do not have good contents, so you will be fail in that. You are not a good teacher. Good teacher means it comes with his contents, because अरे वो teacher क्या पढ़ाता है यार, मतलब it means he has very good knowledge. He studied the things very deeply, minutely, and analyzing each and everything. Even the best thing is that he observed the students. Then only he just bring the things. He having like attended the teachers lectures, I'm really like it touched my heart. And since that I like it shocked me, like where was I, and now I just woke up from my sleep. So this what something happens. So what I want to in one word is our teaching relates with our students, so our thing should be very content one, like it should be engaging one and meaningful.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
rightly mentioned by Amal that teaching and learning both should be a joyful experience. Now imagine teachers, I'm conducting the training program and I thoroughly enjoy my training programs. But if I don't enjoy, 99% chances are there that even you guys will not be enjoying. It would just be, okay, come, I'll open the slide, show you the slides, no interaction, nothing. So teaching and learning both should be a joyful experience. And then lower down your hands, everyone. Most of the points were covered. But one thing which I wanted to mention is Rita mentioned that say it long and it starts to be a part of you. You know? Again, manifestation. So always tell your kids, you are the best, you are confident, I know you can do it. This positive affirmations, if you say it once, if you say it twice, when you say it long, they would start believing in themselves. जैसे नेगेटिव रिमार्क्स हमारे दिमाग पे एक इम्प्रिंट छोड़ देते हैं ना, यू आर नॉट गुड फॉर इट, यू आर नॉट गुड फॉर इट, यू कांट डू इट, द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स बिलीविंग इट दैट आई एम गुड फॉर नथिंग. So in the same way, positive remarks can have a greater impact on his mind. So always, whenever you have a session, at least once in the class, you should tell your kid you are the best. I love you. You know, if the child is small, obviously if it's an adult, you can't do that. But yes, I love you. I like you. You are the best student. I enjoy taking your classes. You are so confident. You are so good. And see the difference that you bring in their life. And not only that, Rita also mentioned something about saying sorry. See, as teachers, we always try to control, dominate the class, and even if we make mistakes, we are like, as a teacher, how can I say sorry? No, teachers, we are educators. We are not walking encyclopedias. At times, we may not have an answer to a particular question. Completely okay. Rather than giving false information or wrong information, you can always tell the kids, I'm so sorry, bacha. Right now, I don't have an answer to this. But believe me, Shilpa ma'am would research on this, find out more information on this, and maybe we'll discuss it in our next class. Okay, teachers. ये मत सोचो मैं टीचर हूँ उसने मुझसे कुछ पूछ लिया and I don't know the answer, so what do I do? Should I give him something that is okay? एक बार चुप हो जाएगा? No, it's okay to say sorry that you don't know it right now, but take out some time, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes after the class to do a research on that topic, and in the next class discuss it with your kids. Okay? So that was building relationship is very, very important as mentioned by Rita Pearson, and not only by Rita, even I believe that if you want to have a smooth journey with your learners, the first step that you need to take is to build a strong relationship. So we know our norms: on time, all the time, participate actively, open to learning, and please, please take notes. This is our agenda for today. Opening, we have already done that. Now we will be covering the senior demo observation. We know the rules. 4:50, we'll take a break of 10 minutes. Then in the second half, we would continue and we would learn how to use a body language.
Way back in 2008, we started with a very humble beginning
Because
the trustees, or you can say the directors of this particular platform, wanted to start.
I've muted Shaurabh. Shaurabh, please be a little careful. Okay, so how to use our body language and voice to build a strong relationship with our learners. The objectives, different teacher actions, and then, like I mentioned, how to use our body language and voice to build a relationship. Before I go ahead, let me tell you, today we are going to cover the first 45 minutes of the demo. Acha, who would tell me a demo is for how much or how long duration? What do we do first? What do we do? Did I discuss this with you? Yes, I'm sure I must have done that. Pratyusha, can you tell me?
It will be for 1 hour. For the first 45 minutes, we'll be talking with the child or the student. And then for the next 15 minutes, we'll be interacting with the parent.
Thank you so much, Pratyusha. So yes, today we are going to cover the first 45 minutes of the demo where we would be interacting with the child. Parent-teacher interaction, that is the last 15 minutes, that would be covered on day 4 because that PTI is going to remain the same whether it is junior category, senior category, adult category. The PTI is going to remain the same. PTI means parent-teacher interaction. So today we are going to see the first 45 minutes. So now use the chat box and do let me know which 2 hats do you think we would be wearing today. If you remember the 3 hats that we talked about, out of that we will be wearing 2 hats. Which are the 2 hats? Write in the chat box. Okay, Samira has written mentor and facilitator. Samira, kindly raise your hand. Samira, kindly raise your hand. Okay, Samira, why mentor and facilitator and why not of that an influencer? I think she's facing some issues. Samira, yes, you're right, mentor and facilitator, but why not an influencer?
Influencer is related to parents, talking to your parents.
Yesterday, while discussing, I told you that yes, we do influence the life of our learners, but here at Planet Spark, when I say influencer, this is a role that you would be playing with the parents to influence their decision-making ability. Thank you so much. Guys, who's from Delhi? Anybody who's from Delhi? It's a beautiful weather. It's raining cats and dogs here in Delhi. The window is open, so I can feel it. You are, Mannat. So I hope even you are enjoying the good weather. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen again with all of you. So which hats do you think we will be wearing today? We will be wearing the hat of a mentor, and a facilitator. Let us understand very important information. Listen to me very carefully. Do not take a screenshot. Write down the information that I will be giving you. Our learners are divided in 3 categories: junior, senior, grown up, or the adult category. There are 2 different terms that we use: grown up category or the adult category. They mean the same. Who comes under our junior category? KG to 3. Here it is written 1 to 3, but you need to make a change here. KG to 3 comes under our junior category. Class 4 to 12 comes under our senior category. 4 to 12, senior category. Above and beyond that, like college students, homemakers, corporate professionals, anybody who wants to master their communication skills, they come under our grown-up category or the adult category. Why it is very, very important to remember this? Because, for example, Pratyusha, I have booked a demo for my son and you picked up the demo. The name of the child would be mentioned there. The grade of the child would be mentioned there. Now, imagine my son is in class 4. So, you know that you are not going to open the junior demo PPT. You are not going to open the grown-up PPT. You are going to open the senior PPT because my son is in class 4. So, this is a very important information that you all need to remember. Quickly, I'll reiterate. KG to 3 junior, 4 to 12 senior. Above that, grown-up category, and the other name for grown-up category is adult category. Another information that you need to remember, junior category, we have only one PPT. Whether it is Indian student, global student, we have only one PPT for the junior category. But for the senior category, we have 2 PPTs, one for Indian kids and one for international kids. Grown up also, we have 2 PPTs. One, basic English. If I'm just starting my journey, then you'll open up the basic English PPT for me. If I have a little knowledge of English, but I want to brush up on my skills, then you'll open the presentation. Like this is the basic one and this is a little intermediate one. So basic English and presentation skills. Here, today I'm going to cover grade 4 to 12 senior category Indian PPT. But let me tell you, Indian and global, they both are similar. There is only one difference. Write it down. When I come to that particular slide, again I'll tell you. But the only difference is in senior demo PPT, Indian, we will be seeing Ovia's speech. Whereas in global PPT, we would be using Greta's speech. That is the only difference. When we come to that particular slide, again I'll tell you. But you need to remember, senior, there are 2 PPTs. Junior, only one. Grown-up category, there are 2 PPTs. I hope the information is clear. Okay, so I'll be moving forward. I'm going to show you. Yes.
I have one question. You explained about the grown-up kids.
Teachers,
So there is a one.
Teachers, who's that? Who's speaking?
Sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, I am.
Preeti, please make it a habit that whenever you have to speak something, please raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm like, "Arey, kaun bol raha hai?" Out of 80.
Sure.
Okay, Preeti.
Yeah. Now I got it. So I'm asking about the Indian presentations. Whenever. Okay, this is a OMA.
Ovia.
Okay.
In Indian, we would be using Ovia's speech, whereas in international PPT, we would be using Greta Thunberg's speech. When we come to that particular slide, again, I'll tell you that, okay, this is the difference, only difference in Indian and international PPT. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen again with you. So we are going to witness the senior demo classroom. I'll be skipping the slide, not needed. Please take a screenshot of this, teachers. We have a very structured PPT. Everything is very, very structured. The first thing that we are going to start with is the context setting, then introduction to PS skills, then there would be speech delivery, then we'll teach the student to write a speech, and then there would be final showcase. We are going to dive into each and every part. The first part is context setting. I want all of you to watch the video, observe the minutest details because I'll be asking a lot of questions. So please observe it very carefully. Context setting.
Will we begin?
Yes. Let me tell you, teachers, I'll be increasing the playback speed, which I do in all of my training programs, but it would be easily comprehensible. You'll be able to understand it. So here I go.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, please. Okay, amazing. Just allow me a second to share my screen. And here we go. Yes. Okay. So yes, so I think we are all set. We have joined from laptop. I can see all of you there in one frame. And let's just, ensure that we are there to interact, right? So don't worry, keep yourself off mute. We can talk whenever you have any questions. Just feel free to say. Just all of us are only here, so feel free, okay? And yes, so let's get started. So a question for you, Tia, to start with. What do you see on the screen? Can you read this out loud?
Become a confident public speaker.
Wow, and I like how confidently you read it out. Very good. So what do you mean by a confident public speaker, Tia?
Why we mean by a confident public speaker, like we can speak confidently in front of public, in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's correct. Like without any hesitation, and just like when we are there out in front of a public, large audience, then also we can speak. Absolutely. Do you want to become a confident public speaker?
Yes, I want to become a confident.
Yes, amazing. All right. So that's why we are here today. And I'm pretty sure that towards the end of the class, you would have created something of your own. We'll come to what that is and also present it in front of everyone. Okay? Yeah. All right. So I know, ma'am, we spoke on phone, right, earlier. So I know you know me. Let me quickly introduce myself for everyone. So my name is Ishita and I'm your learning buddy, Tia, for today. I will help you learn. We are going to have a lot of fun here today. That's why buddy. And for your parents, I will be helping both of you to identify Tia's strengths today. Okay, like what is it that she already has and how can we just leverage those skills so that she becomes a confident public speaker. Yeah. And yes, I welcome all of you to this session and looking forward to have a lot of fun learning time. Two things that I'm going to, request all of us here to operate with. Tia, can you read out the first one, please?
Okay. Speak up. Ask, share.
Yes. So what do you think speak up means?
It means that we should speak and interact with you.
Yes, definitely interact with me. And how we will do that is whenever, we have an idea, we will share it with everyone. And whenever you have a question, you want to ask a doubt, feel free to ask it. Or even if not a doubt, you are curious to learn something, then also ask a question. Okay. All right. Okay. And second one, let's ask your mom to read. Yes, Ms. Anuradha, can you read the second one, please?
Second one is high energy. Use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like energy in the room is already high, so I'm loving that. Let's, maintain that energy throughout so that we can have all the fun. And one request that whenever we are speaking, you would have seen me that I'm using my hands, I'm making some expressions, right? So whenever we are speaking, I would want all of us to try to use our hands, our face, our eyes, and voice effectively at all times. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. Love it. Okay. Okay, now you know something about me, right? I would want you all to also introduce yourself. So let's try with first Tia. So Tia, here are some of the sentences. You can use these sentences to, share a bit about yourself. And then we'll also hear from your parents.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Tia Agarwal.
Mm-hmm.
I am 11 years old.
Okay.
I'm in grade 6.
Nice. Okay.
In my free time, I like to do drawing.
Oh, nice. Okay. And
I like to do Python.
Python? Are you serious? Python coding?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm learning it.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. I tried learning coding when I was young and I was like, oh my God, what is all these things? Sometimes the syntax would go wrong and something or the other would happen. Does that happen with you also? You're like, are you always correct with your syntax or
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens. Then how do you solve it?
By rechecking the code again.
Nice. I feel like you must be very patient then because it requires a lot of patience. And that is also telling me one more thing about you, that you are very careful maybe because coding also requires attention to detail. So that's interesting, Tia. Is that correct, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal?
Yes.
Yeah. See, so something that I wasn't when I was young, that's why I can identify this in Tia. Great. Thank you so much, Tia. Maybe, you can teach me Python and I can also learn something from you in our classes. All right. Okay. And now I would request both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, to also, introduce yourselves and just a little bit about why you are here. What would you want for Tia?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. My name is Manish Arya, and I work for Publicis Sapient. I am a tech professional.
Oh, amazing.
My daughter has an inclination towards coding.
I can see where it is coming from.
So I'm here because I want my child to be not just confident in public speaking, but feel confident within, so that she can express herself at any given platform, be it a social platform, be it a chat with friends, and in a social circle or in a small circle, she can express herself freely. I
Amazing.
can help my child by all I know is coding and IT, so all I can help her with that. But certainly, I'm looking forward for you to take care of my child so that she can be confident in the public.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think, as you rightly mentioned, like these are the skills that are required in today's world. And I really liked how you mentioned, like, not just confidence from outside, but within, and that also means that Tia should be comfortable with who she is and get able to express in the outside world even. Thank you so much, Mr. Manish. And Ms. Anuradha, would you also want to share?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Anuradha, and I'm a manager working with a company, and I'm here because I want my child to become definitely a public speaker. And she is very good in imagination. So if you give any word to her, so she can express herself. But I want that to explore more in herself. So I can help my child by supporting her in each and everything. So obviously, the mother, I can support her. So
that's the biggest thing the parents can do, like just supporting them in whatever they want to be, whoever they want to be. So that's the most important thing. And okay, now I see why she also likes to draw. You said she's very creative and has good imagination. Interesting. So wow, Tia, I'm learning so much about you even when I'm talking to your parents. Great. All right. So let me, also share some quick context. I know both of you were asking that, why you both have to be here. So let me now share the reason. Of course, I said that, we will be having activities where both of you would also be engaged. But at the same time, we will also, two things that we will be doing specifically for both of you is one, share Tia's unique strengths and future opportunities via Planet Spark. And B, we would also be guiding you on, how can we personalize Tia's learning path. We believe a lot on personalization of the learning process. So in order to ensure that, whatever that goal that you just shared with me, that you want for Tia, how can we achieve that goal? Yeah. So this is what we will be doing throughout the session. And of course, towards the end, we will have detailed discussion. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, not yet.
All right. Okay. Okay. And as we begin, so this is another role that both of you would be playing. So Tia, we will be having a lot of activities and games, which I've been saying, right? Now, whenever you feel that you need some help and you are stuck in the game, so you have 2 lifelines. And who are these lifelines? Can you please read it out?
How to use Lifeline. Your parents are your lifeline. Shout Lifeline whenever you need help.
Yeah, so whenever you are stuck, your 2 lifelines are present just extra setting adjacent to you, okay? So your parents are your lifelines today in the game. So whenever you need help, you can choose that, you have 2 lifelines and both your mom and dad are here. So you can choose whose help do you want and, they can help you out. Yeah, okay.
So that was the context setting. Before we go ahead, there are certain questions from my side. First, let me tell you something. That the classroom that we witnessed right now is an ideal classroom. Now, why am I referring it to as ideal classroom? Because both the parents were there in the class. The mother had also joined and the father had also joined. And they had joined with a laptop. So the situations that we need to fulfill in order to have an ideal classroom are both the parents should be present and the learner should join with a laptop. Now, we will also see the situations that sometimes it becomes pretty difficult to fulfill both the conditions of what to do in that scenario. That also we are going to learn. But the ideal situation is both the parents and they join with a laptop. Now here, Ishita is the name of the educator and Tia was the name of the learner. So I would be addressing them as Ishita and Tia only. Okay, not as educator and learner, but Ishita and Tia. So my question is, Ishita asked Tia to introduce herself with the help of a slide. And while introducing, Tia mentioned that in my free time, I love doing Python coding. What did Ishita do? What was her reaction? What did she do after that? And what was the purpose of doing that? Chandni. Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am, I noticed that when Ishita learned that Tia was learning Python, she added her own personal experience with that. And that was a way for her to create that relationship with Ishita. And the first reaction she gave was a feeling of wow, which was a surprise and proud on her face, which I think would have been received really well with Ishita and her parents.
Lovely, well articulated by Chandni. The entire purpose of doing this was to build that connection, was to make herself approachable, relatable with Tia. She appreciated her. Just by listening Python, she gave her many adjectives. Observant, patient, attentive to detail, many adjectives were given to boost the confidence. And not only that, Ishita also mentioned that maybe towards the end, you can teach me something or you can give me some tips related to Python. So she was trying to create a ground that here in this class, I'm not the only one who would be teaching you. I'm not trying to have that upper hand. I'm not trying to dominate the class. We are equal partners in this class. So that was the objective of the entire conversation. Every time the kid is not going to tell you that I do Python and you'll be like, okay, I'll use this. You have to understand the situation, gauge the situation and give that positive affirmation, motivation, make the child feel special. Because context setting is nothing but breaking the ice between you and the parents to make them feel comfortable, to make the child feel comfortable in the class. But, okay, very good. Lower down your hands. There are few things that will be discussed with the help of slides only. So here I go. Allow me a minute.
Will we begin?
Context setting. What happened here? I'll come to this point a little later, but write down whenever I'll be using the term setting the expectations. It would mean the presence of both the parents and the learner should join with a laptop. This is termed as setting expectations. When you join Planet Spark, then also the counseling team would be telling you, ma'am, did you set the expectations? Like, did you tell them beforehand that both the parents are needed? You need to join with a laptop. So setting expectations means what you expect from the parents. You expect both the parents should join and they should join with a laptop. After that, Ishita welcomed the parent and the child to the class and she shared the norms. She got to know the child and the parent. And finally, she shared the class agenda and created some excitement. A question for all of you. I told you for an ideal classroom, we want both the parents to be there. We want them to join with the laptop. There must be certain logic behind it. So who would tell me what are the reasons? Why do you think we need both the parents to join the session? Raise your hands. Yes. Chandni, is this for this one or the previous one? This one. Okay, go ahead. Adjust your I'll come back to you, Chandni. Your camera angle is not correct. I'll come back to you. Pranuti. Yes. Unmute yourself, Pranuti.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Pranuti, you are.
Presence of both parents is important because parents are decision makers, ma'am.
Lovely.
So
she's like, idhar udhar ki baatein hi nahi karna hai. Let me cut to the chase. They are important because they are the ultimate decision makers. Correct. Now, Pranuti, let's do a role play. Are you married?
No,
no, you are not. I know. Sneha, anybody who's married, keep your hand raised. Chandni is married. Okay. So Pranuti told me they are the ultimate decision makers. That is why I need both the parents in the class. Now imagine, Chandni, do you have kids? Okay. Unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. I have two daughters.
Two daughters. Can I have the name of the elder one?
Dhwani.
Dhwani. Okay. Imagine you booked a demo for Dhwani. I am the educator. Your husband is not here. You are attending the session with Dhwani. You and Dhwani are there in the class and I am conducting your session. Okay?
Right, ma'am.
You really enjoyed the session. Everything was good. You loved the content. You loved the way how PPTs are designed. You loved my teaching style. Okay? Last 15 minutes. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Give me the honest reply, Chandni. Okay? So yes, Chandni ma'am, I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope Dhwani learned a great deal. So now can you tell me from when would you like to start your regular classes?
Let me just have a word with my husband first and then I'll let you know.
Okay. So Chandni here told me she really loved the session, everything, but now there is a gap because which is obvious. And not only Chandni, agar unke husband bhi attend karte and Chandni wouldn't have been there in the session, he also would have said the same thing. That ma'am, let me discuss it with my wife and then I'll get back to you. Correct? So here the process is delayed. But theek hai, delay ho gaya. Let us understand why not. Now imagine Chandni, I'm your husband. Theek hai? I did not attend the class, you attended the class, and now you have to tell me your experience about the class because ultimately I'm going to pay the fees. Okay? You may be contributing. Now don't call me anti-feminist or something like that. Ki ma'am, even I am able to take the financial decisions of my family. Okay, but 90% of the household, even we know that the male, they are responsible for the financial decisions. Correct? So now you have to convince me. Chalo, let's see how you'll do that. I'm your husband.
Ma'am, I have to go according to the video that was shown to me. I have to give a review on
No.
that.
This is your personal life. Imagine you have booked a demo for Dhwani, you liked it, and now आप husband से discuss करोगे ना कि भाई enroll करवाना है या नहीं करवाना है. So that discussion would go on.
So, you know what, I did a demo class for Dhwani today for her, public speaking. And I was there with her in the class, and the teacher was really nice, she was really engaging. And by the end of it, I saw a little change in Dhwani as well, And the classes are going to be for so many days and for such and such for an hour. And I think, it will really help Dhwani. I wish you could be there, but since I was there, I saw the difference here. I think it will really help her.
Okay, I think it is really going to help her. That conviction was not there, to be honest, I think. Okay. Now, as a husband, because and Chandni, let me tell you, you're very eloquent. You are able to express whatever is there here. Most of the mothers or most of the parents in India are not that eloquent. वो कैसे sum up करती है अगर मामा ने class attend की है अच्छी class थी करवाना चाहिए हमें good class we should get him enrolled. Are the hard work that the teacher has put in 45-50 minutes, the PPTs are so engaging, the mothers are not able to pass on that same experience to the father, or if it is a father, he is not able to pass on the same experience to the mother here. That is why if both the parents are there, you'll be on the same page, they'll be on the same page, they'll witness the class, no room for any doubt. They won't be skeptical. Like the father has to pay. Ultimately, it's going to pinch his pocket, correct? A hole in the pocket, a huge hole in the pocket. So he needs to be convinced. And Chandni, yes, she did that, but most of the mothers are not able to pass on the same experience. That is why we want both the parents to be there. Another reason why we need both the parents, see, this is something that we know, that we need the parents because they are the ultimate decision makers. But we have to convince the parents also, yes or no, that you need to join the session. So what are the convincing reasons you can give them? Number one, because it is true also. For my son, I'll give you an example. Some of his aspects, I know him really well. But there are certain other aspects which my husband knows really well about my son. So when we both are there in the class, it gives the teacher an opportunity to understand the child better from the perspective of the father also, from the perspective of the mother also. So how can you convince that? We are going to see that. Second question is, we want them to join with a laptop and not a mobile phone. Now, what could be the possible reasons for that? What would happen if they join with a mobile phone? Raise your hands and do let me know. There are many reasons. Let's hear it one from everyone. Preeti, the first reason, please.
First reason, they all will not come in the one frame through the
Lovely.
mobile.
We need 3 participants, 2 parents and the bacha in the between. So it would look something like, now the mama wants to talk, I'll shift the camera here. Papa wants to talk, I'll shift the camera here. I want to talk, the camera. So it would be a lot of distraction. A laptop would give you a wider camera angle where you can see all the 3 participants in one frame. Very valid point, Preeti. Chandni? Chandni, have you tried your luck in KBC? Fastest fingers first?
No, ma'am, never.
I think you should do that because, most of the time she's there on my screen with which I love it. Thank you, Chandni. Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, from what I understand, your question was why do we need a laptop? When we were joining these classes, what I read was that you need a minimum of 20 Mbps connection. And that is where a LAN or a good Wi-Fi would come into contact. And I think, the mobile would not have that good of a connectivity. And I think laptop would be better there.
Okay, though somebody would say, ma'am, आजकल 5G से वो भी possible है, but yes, the connectivity is better on a laptop as compared to a mobile phone. Okay, Kavita, your input?
Ma'am, whenever we are showing some presentations and we want them to see, in mobile it's not clear. It is so small and they have to just peep into the mobile screen and see. So it's very difficult. If it is a laptop, easily it's visible and they can understand.
Lovely, Kavita. Imagine I'm the learner and I have to read from the slide, and if it is a mobile, I'll be squinting my eyes, a lot of strain. I won't be able to have that better experience. Like, to be honest, in the morning, I was conducting the same session, and today it is my son's holiday. Okay, Valmiki Jayanti. He has an off from school. And when I was asking him, what did he tell me? Mama, क्या बकवास के examples देते हो? एक एग्जाम्पल दो ना कि घर में बैठ के मूवी देख रहे हो और एक थिएटर में बैठ के मूवी देख रहे हो. Experience is better. So this is an example that you should be using. So I'm using this example because my son has recommended that one, you watch a movie sitting at your home in that small screen, and the other one, to have a better experience, you go to the theater on the big screen, you watch it. So the experience would be better here. Thank you, Kavita. Pallavi.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, when we join from a mobile phone, social media notifications also distract us. So that is also a reason.
A lot of distraction, and not only the notifications. Call aate hai. Once I conducted a session on mobile phone. After every 2 minutes, ma'am, मासी का call आ रहा है, ma'am, चाची का call आ रहा है. So that is another problem. A lot of distraction would be there. Okay. The last one, Vedam, because I think we have covered most of the points, but yes,
Indeed.
Vedam.
As a point was already covered, ma'am, but I still want to say it in my language. So what I'll say is that the way the content has been designed, it's particularly designed for the big screen, for the things that are most detailed, right? So like just to attend the thing from the phone makes no brainer, because the content, like, it will literally just diminish the quality, and at the end of the day, what is the use of you literally just consuming something that is not even you consuming it fully, like with the present mind. It would be good if you would have a big screen so that every color, every font, everything that the teacher is trying to teach, it would be conventional to both of the parties, right? So that's my take onto it.
Lovely. See, our research and development team has invested a lot of time, money, resources in creating the content. Every detail. When you see the junior demo PPT, you'll see senior demo PPT, there are no animations. But when we come to the junior demo PPT, you'll see there are a lot of animations. And if it is on a smaller screen, the experience wouldn't be better. Okay, thank you so much. Please lower down your hands, everyone. Let me share the screen again with you. So yes, we know why we want both the parents to join and why we want them to join with a laptop. But every time this ideal classroom situation is not possible. We would be facing a lot of challenges here to create this ideal classroom. What could be the challenges? That they have not joined with a laptop. Both the parents are at home, but one parent is busy. Only one parent is at home, or parents do not want to sit through the entire class. So how to convince the parents? But before I play this video, let me tell you, this video is only for training purpose. Why? Do you remember I told you that when you pick up a demo or when you accept a demo, what is the first thing that you need to do? Who remembers? Raise your hand. After accepting the demo, what is the second step? Tanu.
We are supposed to call the parents and confirm whether they are joining or not.
Lovely. And what is the phrase that we use for that? Very good. We have to give them a call, but I have used a term for it, which would be again used very frequently. Pratyusha?
A demo confirmation call.
Slot confirmation call.
Slot confirmation.
Okay.
Okay. So please remember, because we will be using this phrase a number of times. So like Tanu mentioned, the first thing that you need to do is you need to make a slot confirmation call. Here in the video, you'll see that it is the demo time. Ishita joined the class, the mother joined the class, but they joined with a mobile phone. Now Ishita is like, ma'am, you need to join with a mobile, not with a mobile, but with a laptop because of this reason. Okay, I'll wait in the class. Please go and change. Please connect with the laptop. A lot of learning time is compromised here. Correct? Imagine you have a session at 6 to 7. Another session at 7 to 8. You cannot delay the session because another parent is waiting for you. So ideally, what we have to do is setting the expectations should be done during the slot confirmation call only. When you call to confirm the timings, then only you are going to tell the parents that, ma'am, we need both of you to join the class and I want you to join with a laptop. If they say no, how to convince them? Let's watch this video. Here I'm going to, because slot confirmation call could not be recorded. That is why we have done a role play to show you how you can convince. Please write down the convincing reasons.
Okay. Hi, Tia. Hi. Hi, Tia. I can't see you. Can you please switch on your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, hi, Tia. Hi, Ms. Anuradha. We spoke on.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
You've joined from phone. Okay. So thank you so much, first of all, for being on time for the session. Very glad to see you both. Just one request. Can we do you have a laptop device at home?
Yes, ma'am. We have, but it is a little busy. Actually, my younger daughter is doing something on the laptop.
Oh, okay. Is she attending any class or just working on it?
No, just to paint and all. But she's small, so maybe she'll not give.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we have joined the phone.
Okay, I understand. Though I would have to request you to, please join from the laptop. Reason being that, we will be playing a lot of activities and Tia would have to read out from the slides. So, from phone, it will become very difficult. And also, I would love to see both of your faces, like complete faces. Right now, I can see sometimes half of Tia, half of you. So it would be great if you can, join from a laptop. So it's okay. Take your time. Don't worry, I'm here only. You can go convince your younger daughter. And yeah.
Ma'am, थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है ना उसको मनाना. So okay, give me just 5 minutes and we'll try to log in through laptop.
Sure. Don't worry. Take your time. I'm here only. Yeah.
Okay. So हम log out कर दें यहाँ से?
हाँ जी. आप phone से log out कर.
So see, Ishita was very patient. Okay, I'll wait. Don't worry. Take your time. But every time this is not possible. When you are there in the class, ready to conduct the session, it is really annoying that 10-15 minutes you have to waste. That is why we told you setting the expectations is something that you're going to do during the slot confirmation. Now, what are the convincing reasons that were given by Ishita? Take a screenshot and I need a volunteer who would be reading the 3 convincing reasons how you can convince the parents to join through a laptop. So raise your hand. Anybody who would be doing that? Okay, Fatima, read the first point. Sadaf, second. Bharti, the third one. Yes, Fatima.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
The child will be required to look and read from the screen most of the times.
Hana? So no strain on his eyes if it is a bigger camera angle. Okay, Sadaf?
The activities where you all will be participating requires you to use your hands and hence it will not be possible on phone camera properly.
Thank you. What is the objective of the session? The objective of all our sessions is to introduce body language and voice modulation. So if you're using your hand gestures and the screen is small, it may not be visible properly. Okay, Bharti, the third one.
You will also be participating and a phone camera will not provide enough space for me to see all of you.
This we have discussed, 3 participants, and there are a lot of activities. Like in the previous slide, you must have seen the concept of lifelines, that the parents are your lifelines. So we do involve the parents also in the activities. Okay. Now let's watch the scenario where the mother had joined the session. The father was quite reluctant to join and how Ishita would be convincing.
See, you have joined from phone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Anuradha. Thanks, Tia. And see, now I can see both of you together on a bigger screen. So, of course, the experience would also be better. So, thank you so much. I hope your younger daughter didn't feel bad that we took the laptop from her.
She is just right away.
Oh, she's there only. Oh, okay. I'll apologize to her later for sure. Okay, great. Okay, I just wanted to confirm one more thing, that whether your husband would also be joining us. Like
actually, he is busy with his calls. So,
okay.
अभी possible नहीं हो पाएगा. Can we start so he will join in between if it is possible?
So actually, we will be doing a lot of activities in the session only today. Whenever there are a lot of activities, our class is not just designed for a child. We also try to engage parent. That's one of the reason. And second, it's also an opportunity for both of you to be able to understand that, okay, what are Tia's strengths? Because through every activity, we will be also doing a debrief, and through that you'll get to know what is it that Tia is really good at. So I think it would be really helpful if both of you are there together, and we will also be, in fact, after able to illustrate Tia's strength and everything, we will also be sharing our feedback with her, for her with both of you, and a plan based on her performance, that how can we go forward from here, how can we proceed forward. So it is actually really important for both of you to be there.
Okay, so ma'am, मैं देख कर आती हूँ and I'll.
Sure, yeah, it's okay, we'll wait, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, you're back. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am actually is in the middle of his call. So
Okay.
अभी free नहीं हो पाएंगे.
Okay. Do you want to do this like after half an hour? I can, we can again come back in half an hour. When
हो जाएगा actually टिया की एक और क्लास है उसके बाद.
Okay.
हाँ, so it will be late.
Okay.
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि can we start and he can come in between ऐसा.
Okay. Beginning में थोड़ा हम activity करने वाले थे. How much time will he take?
एक बार check करना पड़ेगा.
Sure. Yeah, it's okay.
ठीक है.
I'll wait. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, hi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello. How are you?
All good, ma'am. All good. So do you actually need both the parents here?
Yes, actually, I was just sharing with your wife that there would be a lot of activities that we will be doing where both the parents would also be involved. And secondly, this is an opportunity for both of you to also experience the demo and see how we design the class, and we'll be highlighting Tia's strength as well. So it would be helpful if both of you are here.
You take my opinion, ma'am. This is a child's demo. I think she can take it better. I can join at the end, and I've already interacted with you in the beginning. So if it's okay, I can join back in some time. Is that okay?
I think I'm so sorry. I know, I might be asking you to stay for an hour, but it would be extremely helpful. So if you could join.
No, understood, ma'am. I'll be here. I'll be around.
Thank you so much. Maybe you can take a chair and be.
Yeah, I'll still be sitting.
And I see Tia's sister also. Hi.
So yes, I will be showing you the convincing reasons that were given by Ishita that why both the parents are needed in the class. Again, I'll be needing some volunteers to read this. Who would do that? I'll start with Vedang. Vedang, the first pointer, please.
All right, ma'am. I'll share detailed feedbacks on the children's strength and the areas of improvement. So it will help us on the same page.
Believe me, teacher, this convincing reason works wonders. Whenever I say the parents, that after the class, I'm going to share a detailed feedback, they are like, okay, this is a great opportunity for me where I can know the strengths, the areas of improvement of my kid. So I should be joining the class. Okay. Ashish, the second reason.
You will also understand how we conduct our classes and will be able to make the decision faster.
So it is very self-explanatory. Farzad, can you read the third point?
Yes, ma'am. And lastly, some of the activities in the class will also require your presence.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So teachers, now I know you may be having a lot of questions in your mind. So I'm going to answer each one of them before we go on a break. Lower down your hands. The ideal situation is both the parents join with a laptop. Ideal situation. But life में सब कुछ हमेशा perfect तो नहीं होता है ना. We have to embrace the flaws also. So to how to handle those situations, we are going to learn about that. Ishita's mother said that the father is busy. Then she said that, okay, I'll go and try. When she came back, she said that the father is in the middle of a call. What solution did Ishita give to the mother, who observed it really well? Farzam, yes.
Ma'am, she said she would wait for 5 minutes. Then again, when the mother was not convinced and she said he will take longer time on the call, she was ready to change the time slot.
Lovely. Write down somewhere. This is something that we call rescheduling the class. We will be using this term again. Okay. So Farzam, thank you for observing it really well. Now let us do a role play. Pratyusha, you are giving me a slot confirmation call and I'm the parent and you have to set the expectations. Starting introduction, let's forget about that. You just have to set the expectations. What does set the expectation means?
So both the parents should be there and they should attend from the laptop.
Okay, so let's do a role play. You have to just set the expectations.
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. I have seen you.
One more thing, sorry. And the demo is booked for 6 p.m. Maybe today, 6 p.m. And you're giving me a call at around 1 or 2 p.m.
Okay. So, hi, ma'am. This is Pratyusha from Planet Spark. I've seen your interest for your Chase public speaking skills. So, this is a call to make a slot confirmation. I see that you have opted for 6 p.m. class. So, both you and your husband are available at the time, right?
No, Pratyusha. I'll be there, but my husband would be in the office by that time.
So, when will he back? Sorry.
Around 8:39, not very sure. Around 8:30, yes.
Okay. So, is there any chance that we can change the slot time?
No,
so
it
that
won't be
he will also be
possible.
doing.
No, when he comes back from office, 9 o'clock, then it would be too late for my son because tomorrow he has to go to school. So 9 to 10, I don't think that's going to work for me.
Okay, so is there any chance that he can ask the permission in the office and so that he can come a bit early?
Not at all, Pratyusha. Not possible. See, this option is not at all a practical and a feasible solution. है ना? See,
Ma'am,
even if your
actually,
husband is working, and I'll tell you, free demo. I haven't paid even a single rupee to attend the demo, and then you are asking me that can your husband, like my husband works with Times of India, and अगर मैं उसको बोल दूँ ना कि डेमो है जल्दी आना है, he'll be like अच्छा पूरी दुनिया न्यूज़पेपर का वेट करेगी, and डेमो के लिए मुझे जल्दी आना है. So that is not a practical solution that you can give. Think of something else.
So, can we change the class to a weekend so that he'll be available on the weekend also?
A good option, but maybe today's Monday. Why won't you drag it till the weekend? Pratyusha, hit the iron when it is hot. Have you heard of this saying?
Yes.
है ना? So while Monday you are stretching it till weekend. Or Tuesday, sorry, today is Tuesday and you are stretching it till weekend. So if it is not possible for today, what are you trying to do?
I don't know.
Maybe you'll give me the option of tomorrow, day after tomorrow, first. But if I tell you that, ma'am, no, the same routine is there. He goes to my son goes to school, then my husband goes to office. By the time he comes back, it's too late. Then you'll give me the option of the weekend, that is Saturday or Sunday. But first, try to reschedule it for the very same day. If not, the next day. If not, stretch it till the weekend, Pratyusha. Okay. Pranuti, the same situation. Again, it would stretch. Ma'am, it won't be possible for my son, for my husband to attend because I'm in India and he works in Dubai. What would you do in that case, Pranuti? Pranuti, are you there? Okay, she's busy somewhere else. So I'll go to Uma. Understood the situation, Uma? I told you I'm here in India, but my husband works in Dubai. So what would you do in this scenario? Am I audible, teachers? Okay, Uma is also not responding. I'll go to Fatima. Fatima, please go ahead.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Uma Navalji, you have joined from two different. How is it even possible?
Yeah, I joined from my mobile, ma'am. I'm having little problem with this laptop.
Okay.
So I joined with another device.
So please log out from the previous one, Uma. Otherwise, it would create a lot of confusion for me in the upcoming classes.
Okay.
So yes, Uma, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the father is in Dubai, right, ma'am? Okay. So can you take the video conference we can have with them?
Lovely. Good presence of mind, Uma. See, if the father is not, it is not possible for the father to be physically there in the class, you can always give them the option of sharing a virtual link. Please write down. First option is rescheduling. If it doesn't work because the father is out of station, working somewhere else, then the option of sharing the virtual link. Teachers, just give me 1 minute. It's something urgent that needs to be taken care. 1 minute. I'm so sorry, teachers, and thank you for patiently waiting, but that was something urgent that I had to take care of. Okay, so sharing a virtual link is the right option, correct? For example, Ashish is from Jaipur, Mahima is from Lucknow, Samira is from Hyderabad, I'm from Delhi. How are we all here together with the help of a virtual link? So first option is rescheduling. Second option is sharing the virtual link. Now, Kavita, let's continue. Please unmute yourself. Imagine you have given me the option of rescheduling. I said no. You gave me the option of virtual link. I said no. And my bottom line is, I'll be joining the session. My husband will not be joining the session. What will you do in this scenario, Kavita?
So I'll ask them the reason, like why your husband is not willing to join. May I know the reason?
He's very
And,
busy. He's very busy. Even on weekends, he doesn't get the time.
okay, can I just have a chance to speak to your husband if you're okay, so that I can convince him by saying the importance of this
When
demo
he's in the
class?
office, he doesn't even pick my call. So forget about your call, Kavita ma'am.
Okay, you can talk to him once and ask for the...
I know his reply. You know what happened, Kavita? I know. You are trying your level best to convince me, correct? But teachers, we need to understand that there is a very thin line between being assertive and being pushy, correct? Right now, I'm feeling a little pressurized because you convinced me. You gave me all the reasons why you want my husband to be there. You gave me the option of rescheduling, virtual link. But still, if I'm adamant now, even if you pressurize me, I'll be like, okay, not interested in the demo. Are you getting my point? I know you are trying your level best to convince me, beta. But the thing is, एक बहुत छोटी सी line होती है ना? Right now, you're sounding a little pushy. कि can I talk to your husband? Please try and talk to him once. Do this, do that. No. Let's see, Preeti, what would you do in this scenario? You have convinced me. Rescheduling, virtual link, everything. But the bottom line from my side is no. Only I'll be there. He's too busy and he won't be able to make it.
I will try to say when both will be join this demo, then it will be easy for you to take the
No, you
decision.
have convinced
Because
me. All the convincing reasons also you have given me. But still I'm saying no. What would you do in this scenario?
We would like to postpone that meeting because otherwise we can take the session with the mother and
Yes, teachers, please try and understand. Give your 100% to rope in both the parents. Okay? Put your heart and soul into it. But if the mother is adamant, it's okay. Go ahead and conduct the session with a single parent. That is allowed. Why do we want you to convince both the parents? Because the chances of enrollment increases. But sometimes the parents are like, no, not possible. My husband is too busy. He won't be able to attend it. Think personally. Even if I ask my husband कि ये demo class है, वो demo class है, he'll always tell me, Shilpa, yaar, you take it now. You know, I'm a little occupied these days. This is what I'm going through. He'll tell me 100 stories regarding this. Correct? So you'll go ahead and conduct the session with a single parent also. That is allowed. Break time, but I'll take another 2 minutes. Now, Farzam, the situation is you have convinced me everything. The relay race is going on. But now I am telling you, my son is in class 10. He's matured enough. He can take his own decisions. He can take his own calls. So please go ahead and take the demo with him. And he would let me know about his decision. What would you do in that scenario, Farzam?
Ma'am, I would tell the parent that your presence is very important, as you would realize that what are his strengths, what are his drawbacks, how we can, help him improve in public speaking, and you will be able to make the decision in a better way.
I know, Farzam, ma'am, but like I said, that my son, he's a free bird. He loves to take his own decisions. So please go ahead and conduct the session with my son only.
Ma'am, but your presence is very important. You
I
will be
do.
able to.
I trust my son completely. I know, but I wanted to go ahead and conduct the session with my son only.
Ma'am, only when you're present, you will be able to make out what he is, what are his drawbacks, how we are conducting.
No. I told you, please go ahead and conduct the session with my son only.
How do I force them now?
See, now the parents are being adamant. Correct?
Right.
You don't have to be adamant. You have to be assertive. Very politely, you will tell them that, ma'am, as per the policy, as per the protocol of Planet Spark, we are not allowed to conduct the session in the absence of the parents. So no worries. If you're not available right now, you have my number. Whenever you change your mind, get back to me on this number. It seems that the parents are least interested. Correct? So for senior and junior category, write it down. do not conduct a demo in the absence of parents. You are not going to be paid for that particular demo. I'll remind you, all the sessions are recorded, and if in any of the sessions we see you and only the child, we are not going to pay you for that particular demo. For the senior and junior category, adult category, it's a different scenario that you'll learn on day 5, because imagine I'm in my mid-40s and you tell me I want your mama and papa to be there in the session. Sounds quite silly, correct? So adult category, you'll learn it on day 5. But
Ma'am, one more question.
Yes.
In case, ma'am, like for the juniors or the seniors, one parent is there, mostly the mothers. So can we tell the mother the reason of, her husband's presence, that ma'am, you won't be the final decision maker. We all know that husbands are the, can we do that?
No, never be upfront and say that because you're not the financial decision maker, that is why I'm trying to rope in you or your husband. Don't be that upfront, because if you tell me this, I'll be super offended at this, for example. Okay, so but you'll give the other convincing reasons that the activities are designed in such a way. I'm going to share a detailed feedback, this and that. Now let's come to the point of laptop. Okay. Yes, you'll try and convince them to join with a laptop. But what if I say that I don't have a laptop? You'll give me the convincing reasons. Ma'am, if you can just arrange it, the experience would be better. Your child would be able to require to read from the screen, the convincing reasons. But still I told you that no, not possible, ma'am. How can I buy a laptop for one day? Not possible for me. If I like the demo classes, then maybe I'll think of buying a laptop, which is a valid point from the parents, correct? Then you'll give them the option of an iPad or a tablet. If not a laptop, maybe an iPad or a tablet. Now, if I tell you I don't have an iPad, I don't have a tablet, then the last resort is mobile phone. So we know that we are allowed to conduct the session with a single parent. We are allowed to conduct the session on a mobile phone, but the experience will not be better. Demo conduction ho jayega. You will be getting 150 rupees, but the chances of enrollment would be very less. That is why you have to give your 100% and rope in both the parents and ask them to join with the laptop. And this is something that you are not going to do in the class. You are going to do it during the slot confirmation call. On this note, teachers, we are going to take a break. We will be joining at 5-7. All of you are going to log out from here. Immediately join the next session link. The next session would start at sharp 5-7. Okay. So I'll take your leave from here. And if you have any queries, I'll take it up in the second half. Bye.